How's it going, guys? This is Ketchup here once again, bringing you another character breakdown, but this time it's going to be a little bit of a special one. We're going to be focusing on Rain. Rain, first things first, is not a playable character in Mortal Kombat X. He's only accessible here through a PC mod. I'll link the mod in the description, but yeah, this guy is not meant to be played by a human, but obviously the PC community have made it possible, so huge shout out to those guys. Really cool stuff. Because of that, though, he is missing a few things. He hasn't got an X-ray, he hasn't got other elements as well, and certain mechanical things, like, you know, mix-ups that are built in, he hasn't got those either. He has no overhead, and he has lows, but no overhead, so there is no real mix-up there, and he has no real, I guess, pressure tools, because he's not intended to be playable. Because he basically has his MK9 moveset either reskinned or almost completely identical. So first things first, his forward dash and back dash. Forward dash, absolutely atrocious. His back dash, even worse. Look at that. Dreadful, dreadful backdash. The funny thing is, that little wave dash thing that was discovered, he actually has really good walk speed anyway, but the initial burst of speed he gets when he walks back is actually, it covers more space than if he backdashes. So you can kind of get a little bit of the wave dashing going on. Backdash, tap back once and then cover more distance than if you're trying to backdash. How about that? But yeah, it's understandable because he is not intended to be played as by a human. Let's talk about his special moves. We're going to go over the specials and some combos, but to be honest, that's kind of where it's going to end because he hasn't really got a whole lot of stuff as a character. Special move-wise, he has the Weather Ball, down forward 3. Knocks them into the air. You cannot steer them anymore like you could in previous games. It just acts as a regular stun. You can continue the juggle, so that's really decent. And the meter burn version doesn't drain meter, but it flies further and starts up quicker. So it does actually have a really good purpose there. Sorry about the Steam thing popping up on the bottom right, guys, but I'm playing the PC version of the game, so any frame rate drops and all that stuff, forgive me for that. So, Weather Ball, really decent attack. It is going to be used in a lot of combos and does give him good damage. The down back 2, this is another element of Rain. He's had this on all games as well. The Lightning Strike does juggle them, so you can combo into it. Down back 2 causes a pop-up. The Meter Burn version does a little bit more damage and knocks them up slightly higher. So you continue for a juggle, you can actually neutral jump punch off that. You can't the regular one. You can combo into both of these and continue the juggle, like so. And the meter burn version will serve the same purpose. It'll just knock them up slightly higher. So, I don't know, let's do something like that. Bam. Cool, 2 NJPs. So you get the idea, you can combo off those. Now, back in the day, you could go for a lightning and hit confirm it into a weather ball. You can't do that anymore. You can barely combo this into a regular lightning. You have very little time. If you do a meter burn lightning, because they're up slightly higher, you can hit confirm it into a lightning again. But once again, if you do it from full screen, you still can't combo into a regular weather ball like you could in Mortal Kombat 9, because it doesn't last long enough. However, what you can do is, if you're at this kind of range and you catch a regular one, because the meter burn weather ball starts up so quickly, you can actually do it off a meter burn weather ball. So if you see this hit from this range and it catches him, hit confirm into meter burn weather ball. You haven't really got long to do it, but you definitely have hit confirmable time. You just got to get it right. I'm sure you can get more damage than what I'm currently doing, but I just want to sort of demonstrate the method more so. So that's the Lightning Strike. Now, the next element will come from his Roundhouse, down back 4. You can't cancel the Roundhouse, it's just a regular attack now. The meter burn version is actually armored, but it can be armor broken quite easily. If I record the AI doing sweep into meaty, it has armor, however, it starts up so slowly, it gets armor broken quite easily. So that's not really going to be your go-to wake-up attack, although any armor is decent armor, for the most part. The Roundhouse, though, does actually give him the bulk of his damage, because when you go for a Roundhouse, you can combo into a second one before you combo into Weather Ball. So, for example, you can combo into his Roundhouse twice, and then go into a Weather Ball for a... Let's go for a meterless BMB. And there you go. So that's 41%. Completely meterless and not very complicated either. You can get 2 reps of the Roundhouse. I don't know if you can get more. It seems in a lot of situations that you almost can, but you ever so slightly whiff it. So if I try and go for a third Roundhouse, like when you try and go for it, it ever so slightly misses. So I don't know if there are any combo artists out there that might be able to get for a third, but the most effective way I find for getting a third Roundhouse is to do it after the Weather Ball. So you combo into Weather Ball here, NJP, Roundhouse, and then continue the combo like so. So that seems to be the most effective way I found to get 3 Roundhouses in one combo. But as you can see, it gives some bloody good damage. On the damage note, if you go for a meter burn Roundhouse and get the armored reversal, you can do this. Not that. Same kind of conversion as you saw me just do. But, let's try again. Almost got it. He's a very tricky character. And there you can see, 40% off a meter burn reversal because it has armor. That's bloody good damage for a reversal, especially seeing it's also off armor. So you might get that quite frequently, who knows. We haven't been able to test it, but that's the Roundhouse. His other special is the down back 3, the Geyser kick. Now this again is a really good move in the sense that the meter burn version is armored as well and starts up much faster. So this is definitely going to be your wake up attack option. Does okay damage as well when it connects. The issue though is that unlike MK9, you cannot combo off this the way you used to be able to. They land pretty much the same time you do. So you can't knock someone into the air, for example, combo into the Geyser kick and then continue the juggle because it takes them bloody ages to recover, even if you do the meter burn version. Like, let's just do this. You still can't combo off it. So the Geyser kick is a bit of a one-trick pony in that regard. The final move we're going to talk about is his teleport, down up 1. It's pretty much the same teleport he had in Mortal Kombat 9 and even Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the same kind of deal. The cool thing about this though, which you may not know, the AI doesn't really do it that much, is you can actually hold towards the opponent, or hold away from yourself, and like Displacer's teleport, like in Raiden, you can actually teleport in front of the opponent and behind them. So that's pretty neat. I mean, you can sort of go for the tried and tested mix-ups, or just sort of like knockdown options where Rain would sort of combo into roundhouses, like this, do a weather ball, do a neutral jump, and then you sort of go into a teleport into some kind of mix-up. That kind of thing is still kind of there, but there's no kind of restand option. He's not going to get as much off it either, because you can't go for the 4 roundhouse cancel like you used to be able to, because now it's a regular attack like that. So they were all of his special moves. So that, as you can gather, Rain is essentially just a Mortal Kombat 9 character in MKX. So his moves, his strings, as you may recognize the 3-3, the 3-3-4, that's what it normally is, but like MK9, you'll only ever go into 3-3 into that. Or the mix-up used to come from 3 into roundhouse, that's what it used to be, before you could combo into it. So, you know, 4-3, 4-3-4, still regular string, 3-3-4, still a string. His back 2, 1-2 is actually still a string. However, it doesn't pop the opponent up, and there's no mix-up. It's 2 mids. So that used to be an overhead, but it isn't any longer. The back 2 into 2-1. That's what the string is. Back 2-3. That's still a string, so it's mid-low. But again, there's no overhead there, so there isn't a mix-up anymore. And the 1-2-4. This still pops the opponent up. But as you can see, you can't do 2 reps of it anymore. Because it just doesn't work that way. You can, however, go into just 1 rep of the 1-2-4 and then go into the weather ball, go for a conversion, roundhouse, 1-1, you know, Geyser kick. So the combos are still as you would expect them to be from MK9. But basically, long story short, Rain he's just an MK9 character in MKX. He does feel the same kind of way to play. You can still kind of hit confirm lightnings into juggles and go for, you know, whatever. I'm not sure what kind of conversions you can go for max damage there, but like I said, I want to demonstrate the method. You can still combo into all kinds of stuff, but you can't combo into the lightning late because it doesn't have its own juggle. As you can see, they go flying now when you try and lightning them. It used to be that you could combo into roundhouse, do like a BMB, so you combo in quite early, go for the roundhouse conversions, combo into weather ball, NJP into lightning, into some kind of like, you know, 1-1 or something into teleport. But because the lightning knocks them down now, there really is no mix up there. It just knocks them down. So you can only go for the lightning early on in the combo. Otherwise, it just won't work. It's alright, but, you know, it's definitely not as good as it was. I think for what he is, he's actually a bit of fun. I was really amazed as to how he plays, considering he is not a playable character, but hey, he's literally just MK9 Rain. So that really is that, guys. I can't really demonstrate much more. Mustard and I will be playing a few sets with these characters for fun, but as you can see, he's a fun character to play. He does good damage. I don't really know how good he is. I don't know how unsafe he is either, because I've not really been able to test any of that stuff. But he has some things. So that's Rain. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's quite interesting seeing these NPC characters in action. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time, and take care.